could Beijing really be getting closer to allowing its currency to appreciate? Well, joining us now to discuss this issue is David Bloom. He's the Global Head of Currency Strategy at HSBC Treasury and Capital Markets. Thanks so much for joining us.
Sure, good morning.
So what do you think we're going to see with respect to China's currency? How much of a movement are we likely to see in the coming days, weeks, months?
Well, I think the best way to describe it is that over a protracted period of time, we know the renminbi will appreciate. It's just a matter of timing. You know, most currencies, we don't know the direction or the timing. This one, we just don't know the timing. We know the directions. Actually, it's a lot easier than most other currencies. We're expecting, I'd say, 5% appreciation by the end of the year and another 5% appreciation in 2011. So something slow and gradual, but when you accumulate it, it actually is a reasonable move.
So I think in your report you say that you expect to see the first signs of appreciation in the second quarter.
Yes.
What do you think will happen if we don't see any appreciation?
Well, the problem is in the third quarter in the US, we're moving up to midterm election, obviously, and some of the political parties are pretty nervous. And what our concern is, it becomes a kind of a quasi-political issue in the US, and nobody really wants that. You know, you deflect your own problems by externalizing them, and if the deficit and a lot of these issues will be on the plate there for the midterm election in the US. So things start hotting up, it starts looking nasty, and it's something nobody really wants.
So I think you're saying 5% appreciation of China's currency by the end of the year. How much of a difference is that likely to make?
Well, how much of a difference will the currency make in total? This is a big question, really, that you're asking. I mean, you've got a situation where in China you've got 21st century technology and at some places medieval wages.
But do you think it's going to be enough to satisfy the US?
Well, China doesn't do what's enough to satisfy the US, and nobody knows what the US is or who the US is and who needs to be satisfied. There's some senators on the Hill there that will never be satisfied, and you know, they were looking for a tariff of 27% last time.
Very briefly, Mr. Bloom, let me quickly ask you, literally in 20 seconds, China may post its first trade deficit in 6 years. To what extent would that diminish the US,
well, that's exactly
the US argument?
It will diminish the arguments. Year-on-year GDP is starting to peak because of the base effects in China. This is the great opportunity for them to move slowly but surely, and don't get overexcited and over-exaggerate the story and look at it only from the US point of view.
David Bloom, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.